Hey, it's Tim Kim with TM Media. This is a response to a question on using Windows versus Apple computers. A woman says she's a former Windows computer user. Would you recommend A8 AMD processor? I'm looking to update my laptop. Would love another Mac since that is what I'm using at home. But on my 9 to 5, I have always used a Windows-based system. Any recommendations? Um, at this point, I think they're pretty much about level as far as I was a big Windows user back until like about 2002, something like that. And then I looked at the Macs and they were getting, sexier and cooler and all that stuff. And so I switched over to Macs, started using them, liked them. But I've been playing with Windows again lately because I have a Surface Pro and I have another laptop, and I've been playing with them a little bit more. Not more, but I have access to them. I would probably still prefer my Mac, but bottom line, they both. I kind of hate them both at some points. This Mac sometimes crawls, and it's just like, what the heck, man. So what I can tell you is probably save your money as far as don't go out and spend like $5,000 on a jacked up Mac or something like that that's going to have every single memory card loaded with the biggest and baddest memory, because within 6 months to a year it's still going to go slow. It's going to slow down, and depending on what you download on it, whatever it is, how many Adobe products you're using, if it's newer Adobe products, stuff like that. You obviously want to make sure you have a decent, a realistic graphics card, but I don't think you even have to worry about that as much as you used to like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I mean, shit, has it been that long? Ugh, I'm getting old, right? Anyways, so I would basically save your money and try to get something that's like not the cheapest, but maybe close to the middle to inexpensive, because the computer's gonna whether it's Windows. I think I like Mac. I do like Mac because I don't have to worry too much about viruses, and Mac will tell you, oh, that's because we have 30 million bit encryption or whatever it is. That's mainly because the real truth is no one really wants to break into a Mac computer. They're not used by many businesses other than education and design firms. If you're a bank, they're not using Macs. They're using IBM's mainframes and things like that, and HP and Dell equipment. They're not using Macs. So that's the only main reason why Macs don't get broken into as much, is because there's just no money in it for the hackers. So that's one thing I do like about it. But they're supposed to. You're paying about $1,000 more, and they go slow like every other computer. Once you get things into it, it goes slow and slow. In fact, I sold a Mac on Craigslist when I had it was everything was in the screen, but it was the thicker screens. These are much thinner now, but so I got ready to. I bought this one and was going to sell that, and so I had to wipe it out. I want to wipe out the information, reset it. And as soon as I reset, the thing spun like a top. I'm like, damn, this is going just as quick as this computer. So if you have an old computer, I would suggest backing up your stuff on a external drive and just wipe it out and then start over, load all your programs and see how it runs. That's another option too. I'm definitely doing that with this computer at some point, because this thing's I'm getting the wheel of death here and there. Not too much, but I am. And that's for Windows users. That's our Hourglass, the Mac Hourglass. It's a ball. So I think that's about it. Specs. Any recommended specs? Get a decent graphics card. I would say. You probably get away with a base memory. Maybe you get one extra insert for the memory slot. Other than that, I think you'd be fine if you just ask the people, whoever's selling it to you, just say, hey, we can run Adobe Cloud or Adobe 6 on it. I still use Adobe 6, so So, anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully that helps. Any questions? Let me know. Bye.